Hello, friends. It's Kat from Meow, Kapow. Long time no talk. Eh? Being that it's time for our bi-monthly Animal Artists Collective videos, I figured I'd take the opportunity to check in with you. If you're not sure what the Animal Artists Collective is, there's plenty of information in the doobly-doo about our mission, how you can get involved, and what charity I'm supporting. Oh, and where you can buy this embroidered pendant. Don't worry, the materials I used as well as links to the other members participating this time are down there too. Why not check them out and give everyone a good old like and subscribe while you're there? This is the internet, after all. Over a month ago, before I slipped deep enough into my depression that I couldn't really do anything, the AAC decided that one potential biome that we'd be making artwork for would be the Arctic. And I knew right then and there that I not only wanted the Arctic to win, but I wanted to do penguins. Specifically, empire penguins. Mostly, it's because of my youngest sister. You may have noticed that the purse I show in some of my videos is a penguin, and I've mentioned before that she and I used to sew those bags together. After my last AAC video was of me making a skunk purse, I was feeling nostalgic for those times in a way that had me deeply longing for love, for family. My family, like most families, is a complicated and ever-shifting creature. My sisters and I are both deeply close to one another and heart-wrenchingly far. The three of us have never successfully been able to maintain a relationship of complete harmony, and even though that means usually at least one of us is out in the cold Arctic somewhere, we all know in our hearts of hearts that we can be, have been, and will be each other's anchors, best friends, and most trusted but untrustworthy confidants. So as the cruel and calculating tendrils of my depression crept in and stole the warmth in my heart, I still had just a tiny little whisper in the back of my soul that said, I'm still loved. There's still hope. Things will be okay. Just think of those evenings in your sister's bizarrely tidy bedroom, flexing your muscles as each half of the brain and brawn whole, sewing penguins, sharing secrets, and maybe even fighting with each other, knowing we were safe to do so because we share the kind of family that will forgive and understand and stitch back together like the fabrics we sought to transform into something new. You know, emperor penguins have families, and while some animals mate for life, penguins are serial monogamists. This means that once a penguin chooses a mate, it chooses only that mate, but only for a year at a time, usually. Then, becoming fiercely devoted to its next mate the next year, and so on and so forth. Sometimes they do continue a relationship with each other for the next year, and sometimes they come back around to each other after a gap of time. That makes me think of my sisters, and how our group dynamic often ends up with two of us close to each other for a while before our next sister friendship cycle makes us change places. But I'm starting to see that there's more to penguins than just me and my own family. You see, when a female emperor penguin loses her young, she becomes fierce and will lash out until she's able to find a new child to love, to protect, to keep safe. She may steal another mother's child in her grief, which can only set off a chain reaction of crazed mama birds, but she may also find and care for an abandoned or orphaned chick. I think their grief grows their compassion, in a way, and causes them to crave the ability to give love. Of course, this could all just be me projecting, but in a way, grappling with my depression in a very public way has brought out the mama pingu in so many of you. I've seen wounded souls tending to one another like a heartbroken mother penguin comforting a scared and motherless little chick. I've been limping around with a void in my heart, but still done my best to give love to those I see who are fighting an emptiness of their own. I've been shocked and grateful so many times that on really bad days, some miracle has happened and someone has chosen that exact moment to step up and nurture me. And that's not exactly how penguin families work, because we're pretending here that I'm doing a great job of spreading education and awareness of emperor penguins while bearing my soul, but when you look at all the familial groupings, isn't it kind of? And I'm not saying blood is the only family, because you can be loved by someone who found you more than someone who raised you, but isn't family all about loving and being loved? As for this project, this little embroidered emperor penguin pendant might not seem like much on the outside given its small and subtle nature, but on the inside, every single stitch is threaded with love. To me, This project was an unconscious reminder that love and support are everywhere around you, and even the smallest thing can make the biggest difference. Though it may be small, it is mighty. If you choose to take this little guy into your home, you're welcome to adapt it to whatever your needs may be. I envisioned it making a beautiful necklace, but it could just as easily be hung on a wall or displayed on a tiny easel. Whatever reminds you the most that some silly internet artist out there, who you may never have nor never will meet, truly loves you, truly believes in you, and will always be rooting for you in their corner. Plus, you'd be stretching that love even further yourself, because the whole reason the Animal Artists Collective exists is to promote a message of love and compassion for the environment and creatures around us. It's why we donate half the proceeds to charity. Even though Philadelphia is nowhere really near the Arctic, I've decided to unilaterally support the Schuylkill Center for Environmental Education because it's a way to directly impact the world right where I can see it happening. This is a local wildlife education and rehabilitation center, to me, that not only values and honors the power of nature, but also the power of artwork. They have a lot of art installations on their grounds, and I look forward to taking you all on a trip over there so you can see how much good in the world there can be. I guess I wanted to say then that I'm still not okay. That I broke down crying enough times while writing this script, that I genuinely haven't been able to see the screen on my computer for about an hour. That after this video, there are still more depression comics on their way, but that I trust you, and I love you, and I'm so glad we're family. Thank you for being my family. I hope you're doing okay. Until I see you next time, I wish you peace, love, and better days. Bye.